Welcome to the 5-point series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're picking up on the 15th of February 1959. So we've only got one more year left before we reach the 1960 deadline. Now, apologies for the snow. It's down to the fact that I didn't have enough time to play on to the point where I could start this video without the snow. That's down to the fact that I've had a few problems with my machine. It's started playing up a little bit. So, and I think one thing I will say is that if you want to waste a lot of time, spend try an afternoon or so trying to work out what's gone wrong with a machine that won't do very simple actions. It's one of the great time wasters in life. Anyway, let's just get down to a bit of an update of where we are. You can see we've got a population of 1,856. So the population is growing. We're now starting to get some unemployment, which is great because it means I can then start thinking about expanding in this area. And what I do want the next big project is to get the asphalt plant up and running, because you can see here we've got that bit there. Now, one problem I did develop during the winter was my carpenter's workshop, which is down here, and I need to keep an eye on my boards. I can't export them anymore. Right, we just finished some research. That's good. Just pause that. Just let the game run slowly while I'm talking about things. So if I show you the population statistics, we've still got births over deaths. We haven't had any escapees yet, which is good. We've got an overall healthy population. The economy is right on the edge. We're kind of making a small profit at the moment, but that's mainly down to the fact that I've throttled back a lot of my construction, and I'm going to need to keep a tight rein on the construction until we start to make a fairly substantial breakthrough. Now, what I want to do here is carry on. I think I would like to move everyone out of here, and what I want to do is move them to here. One, that'll make them happier, and two, it means I can then demolish this like that. Yes, since happiness is too low, that's because I moved them into here. Because people don't like being moved, but they will appreciate it once they settle in. We do need to get this site cleared. Of course, I nicked the excavator. I don't really want to go out and buy another excavator here. Right. There's big a stop production. That's probably because I disturbed the workforce. That's one of the downsides. But it should be okay. Yeah. Got more workers coming in here. And that should get back. I am going to be putting another power station here, but I'll talk a bit more about that in a little while, once we got rid of the snow. But beyond that, things are going okay. Now, if you're interested in the farms, the fertility's gone a bit odd. See, like this one's down to 26%. This is up to 70%. This is 62%. This is 58%. That's 21%. I can't see that bit. That's 70%. That's 70%. That's 59%. That's 70%. That's 73. I think the only one that's high is this medium field, which is 150%. So the farm in its own way is kind of getting some fertilizer in, because if I show you, we haven't got any fertilizer in there at the moment. But I mean, this process is a little bit erratic. You can see it's building up, and we are where is it? Got the heavy hauler. Where are you? Okay, I'm going to be replacing these fairly soon, because now we've got to 1959. If I show you over here, we come to buy. Not, I don't want to use vehicle though. Used vehicle would be quite nice. We come to waste trucks. You see, we've now got the starting game. In fact, it arrived in 1958. So we've now got the option to be able to get that going. In fact, let's get run a bit faster. I think both my excavators are out and about at the moment. What? Yeah, we got them working on this. What I want to do is get this done because we're getting a little bit of asphalt flowing into here. I've got this truck here. You've got to store bitumen. And what I'd like to do is get a couple of oil tankers in here for export. Then we can produce, and then what we'll be able to do is to actually produce the, okay. What I'm going to do is intercept you and send you to, where is it? Yeah. So that we can clear this quicker. Now, the dilemma I've got, well, I've got a couple of dilemmas up here, because the idea is to build this into a large central town, but I need something for what the workers to actually do. And that's given me a bit of a headache because we've got no major resources nearby. I mean, we've got oil up over there, but it's all too far away. So if we're going to build this up as a major town in the center of the map, we need to find something for those workers to do. And what I'm thinking, if I come in here, is farms. We're going to get some farms out here. And then what we're going to do is turn this into a fairly major center for the production of food and clothes. And then possibly other things. And the other one also is chemicals. And I think to get this farm functioning at a higher capacity, I think we really do need to, how can you say, get some chemical fertilizer in here, because we're not going to get enough ordinary fertilizer from here. I mean, I could import it, but I don't really want to go that route just at the moment. So that's the three industries that we're going to try and get here. Now, of course, these are now, I mean, food's not a problem. We build a farm, we raise crops, and that also goes to alcohol. So we're also probably make this into an alcohol production center. Clothes is a little bit more different because we've got to make fabric, which needs crops, water, and chemicals. Because I want to move to the in-game clothing factory, which is here. And then there's actual chemicals, which needs gravel, wood, crops, water, and oil, which is a lot of requirements. In fact, I need to get the research going because I'm wasting valuable research time at the moment. I don't want that one. I want this one. And what I want to do is start researching chemistry, because what that will do is, I think it's under fossil fuels, it will unlock here. So that's the thing. Now, another mistake I've realized in my planning of my railway here is that I forgot to include a power transformer. So I'm gonna have to take that out, and we're gonna put in, originally I wasn't gonna go directly for electric, but I think I will, because I think that it's going to be far more important to do that. So I'm going to just put you in there like that. That connection's good. And then what I want to do is get a bridge over here. Sorry, I'm going to have to slow the game down. I don't want it running away from me. I don't think this is going to really work that well. I don't think that's going to make a lot of difference. I want to 2, 3. Because I can't. 2, 3. Down 1. Just make sure the azimuth is 0, which is straight. Want you over here. want that bridge there. Come up. Just make you connection there. That will give us the power to our railway line. I think the key to rapid expansion is going to be the railway, which means we do need to make some money so that we can afford to, after you say, we can afford to start building the railway tracks. Now, another problem I've got, or I don't know if it's a problem actually, in fact I think it might be a problem, in fact we can test it now, is if I set, where's my, here, if I tell you, where are you? That job being picked up? Well, it says the job's been picked up, but I'm not exactly sure how he actually got there. I'm going to be very interested. I've got a horrible feeling the trucks are going to get stuck. Either that, or I'm going to be very interested to see whether. Let me just see whether. So I'm going to be very curious to see whether the construction vehicles can ignore the one-way road system. So we're just going to let that run and see how that goes. Okay, you've got a roller there. Where are you going? I'm going to follow you out of curiosity for the moment, because of course we are laying asphalt. What are you doing? Oh no, you must be going to a factory connection over there. I think we're gonna have to start citizens' happiness too, though. What's up with you guys? Not sure why you are unhappy. What's up with you as individuals? It could be because they're unemployed. Oops, we need to set that. I only want good loyal people in there. It's 34%. Why are these? Why is it actually? Why are these people unhappy? I'm not exactly sure. I get very suspicious. I was unable to get close. I'm not exactly sure why. Got the pub right behind you. That's 70%. I think they are building up slowly. We really do need to work on their loyalty. Right, we've now cleared this area here. I think what we can do now is send you back to there. And we can just tidy this area up a little bit. What is that there? Nothing underneath that. It's just an odd bit of road there. Right, what I'd like to do is put in some building, residential building in here, because I want to put another power station in here. Just want to make sure I've got connections actually. Yeah, we got the connection there. So what I want is a residential building here. I think that's that's completely out of proportion. Looks cool, but it's completely out of the way. We've got an Ampere house here. 155 workers. But again, it doesn't fit with the... we've got these Ampere houses. These are 100. That's the small Ampere house, I think. Let's see if I can find it. I was hoping to get a little bit more workforce in here. But I suppose maybe putting a good quality house in here would be advantageous. I can put it that way round. Say for argument's sake I put it like that. Like that. And then you put a road here. There's a footpath connection there. If we zap that out and put you in there. Hopefully that will keep you in range of... Yep. Bring the road out. That. And then maybe I'll be able to slip in a J department just here. And it's going to be a little bit of a... I want to make sure it stays in range of the shops. Although most likely if I push the population too far, we may end up with a situation where we're going to have a problem with shopping, so we may have to replace the shopping precinct. That can go there. And what that will do is just build that in there. Right, we've got this built here. I think the only jobs that you are currently working on here, I want to make sure yeah, at the moment you're only working on the asphalt plant. What I need to do now is think about where we go next. We've got aggregate storage there. My instinct is, oh, we need to get this built as well. These are water pumping stations. These are going to need that connection. I think the next thing we're going to need to do is work on road. Get that built. We need to get this built in, because the next thing I would really like to get in is the concrete plant here. But we'd have to import cement, but we've got this guy here doing it, and we've got that. Yeah, I think this will work. Another problem I had during the winter is the this guy. We need to keep an eye on the board output at the moment. In fact, I could probably switch him on now, because we are building up boards, logs here, so we can get that running again. I had to switch it off simply because it was draining all the logs away from the heating plant here. Nutrient level. Okay. Actually, oh, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. They're kind of working their way round that way. I do wonder whether I could get another field on the end here. In fact, let's just have a little bit of a think here. we've got the railway line coming in here. Now, got the train aggregate loading here, which is something I do want. And we've got the open store. What's that storing? That's the prefab factory. Okay, yeah. I think what we're going to do is I want to send the railway this way. Work the railway out like that. And then don't want to go too far. I think what I am going to do is we're going to put another field on the end here. It's going to be a biggie. And I think I want to be a little bit sneaky, and we'll just put that there. Okay, it's detected. Good, thank you, game. And then what we're going to do is we're going to need a rail line coming out like that. Kind of a bit inclined to leave plenty of space here, because I'm thinking maybe we need some more tree cutting going on here. So if I just run the road out here and like that, and get the rail track in here, and you can come out there. And you can come into there. Now these trains could be a little bit on the long side, so I don't know how long the train will be in that station. I think we'll put the crossover about there. Going to need to extend this track out, maybe a little bit like that. And then we need about 200 meters between junctions. So ground distance, so I mean that's a direct ground distance. So what we're probably talking about is bringing the track off. I want the train to have the ability to go in multiple directions. So come here. I'm gonna break the speed of the trains, but this is a way that you can ensure that the junctions are compact, but they're also have enough space for trains to park in here, so you don't get congestion. This could be quite a busy section of track. And then now this one is bit odd because we've got a single track pickup here. I think a single track pickup would be okay. Right, we're gonna have to cheat a little bit here. You put in down short sections, you can get away with not actually having to. Okay, let me just see. I'm just gonna pause the game so we can get maximum effect from the research. I'm gonna get up to about there. You can join in there. You can come out like that and alongside like that. And just run you into there. And what that means is that once we've got the prefab factory going, we're going to have access to prefabs out of here. We'll be able to ship out gravel from here. So what this will do is make this into one of our primary gravel sites. I know it's not going to produce a lot of gravel, but it will allow us to move gravel round. We've got the rail connection here. Most likely we'll need to think about another power point out here. Anyway, back to research. Let me just see. Oh, well, we've got this bit in here. That's good. I'm kind of thinking fire. I want it for the residential apartments. I just want to increase that up a bit. We also need a radio station. I think we're going to do the fire, and then we're going to start thinking about radio as well, because I think we need to get the loyalty up, and one way to get the loyalty up is actually radio. But ideally what I would like up here is that is not allocated, and I'm not convinced that that is going to let me do it. No, construction doesn't exist because that's a one-way road. I think I've probably got the same problem up here as we got. That's interesting. He dropped off and then disappeared. So he couldn't find the way back. So he got stuck. I'm a little bit... How can I get up? What we'll do is just going to put a mud road there. We're going to have to play mud roads. What that should do then is allow this over here. Yeah, it's now detected. So we've got to play the mud road game. That's fine. It's not that big a problem. I think I cancelled these jobs. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get round, avoid actually building these bridges at the moment until we've got the concrete plant going. At the moment, this is more about getting the access up into here. In fact, I've just had a thought. We've got this road here, which I built into here. And I'm kind of thinking I want some kind of service road across here. So I think time we get here, we're going to be working on the asphalt. What's in there? Something in there, and I can't remember what it is. Oh, that's the water tower, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna have to come up a little bit higher. I mean, I could run from here. We could change this. In fact, I think I will, because I kind of built this road in a kind of slightly arbitrary way. So if I take you out like that, we've got this road here. We want that connection there. So if I kind of curve that like that, and what I'm trying to do is leave enough space here for additional buildings. And if we come to there, I know I've just broken that road there, but I don't think it's a problem. And then what we can do, take you back to there, and we'll put an asphalt road there. And what that will do is give us a connection across there, and that will mean that will open up this area here. I did put some garbage pickup points in here as well, because so that we got a control here. Yeah, okay. We got these guys building in here. So we're gonna have to use the jolly old mud road here. I just want to push the roads out this way with the gravel so that we can get in here and start building things up. Okay. I think what I might need to do is restructure some of these fields later on. Okay, we've right. Time move these guys onto asphalt. You pick up from there. Perfect timing, actually. Oops, that asphalt. I don't want to reconstruct it, game. I just want to. Now, of course, that's going to reduce our exports with respect to there, but we've got a little bit. We've got 17 tons of bitumen in there. If I don't push me luck too hard, we'll be okay. So we've now got gravel. We've now got this here. What are you guys building? How much? I think I'd like you building this accommodation here. Get you in there. And I think it's now time to think. Apologies that I'm jumping all over the place, but I feel that I need to get things well sorted out. Power station, 1920s powerhouse, power plant. What I'm thinking is and what I want is this tucked in, and just want to make sure it's in range. So if we put you there, yep, you'll be in range. We can upgrade you to, what is that? Put that there, and then what we will do is, okay, work. So we can hook you into there. What that would do is give us 2 power stations here, both feeding into the respective grids here. And what that should do is provide us with enough power to kind of get started, and to the point where we can get a proper coal-fired power station in and working. I feel that maybe we need some more stuff in here. What we got here? We got a lot of roads being built. We can start pushing a little bit now. All right, we got there. We got 1 paver. How are we doing economically? Again, this is something you do need to consider, is that you don't want to start pushing too hard. It's better to go steady than getting in too much into this area. I don't think these guys are really fully occupied, but we do need to consider the fact that we are getting towards maintenance. Let me just check, show wear and tear. Whole map. Right, we're up to 23% on that. 37%. We're going to need to start thinking about, you need electronics, plastics and fabric. We're going to need to start thinking about getting some workforce into here. Do we have? We'll have to put you right. Already assigned. Where is it? Custom shed load. Now you're going to need electronics. I think we're already importing electronics from somewhere else, but I think I'd rather keep this self-contained. Right, let's rename you 5 points. Beer. Yeah. Store. Okay. You're going to need electronics. What else is it? Electro components, mechanical components, and plastic. And this is where it could get a little bit expensive, but if we can spread the cost a little bit. Electronics. We've got fabric being picked up and delivered, mechanical components, and plastic. Right, what are you guys chipping here from an open hole perspective? Nothing, because you are the trucks that were originally exporting the boards from here, which I stopped. So I don't need you in there anymore. Oops. I think what we'll do is send you the depot. I know where you are. And what we got is and what we need to do is bring in another covered hole here. What we got? Workshop. Right, 62. I think you're 60. You're 90. I think I'd rather go with something that's a little bit smaller than a great big heavy truck. In fact, I quite like this truck. This truck could last us a long time, and it's quite cheap. It only bring no. I think we're get another one of those for the moment, and then we're. This, I mean, this is going to be painful, but I'd rather have the stuff in there ready to go. I'm kind of wondering. Have a look at our economy. What are we exporting? Clothes, alcohol, meat. Clothes is our big earner. And of course, what are big, electronics. Painful. The positive side is that we shouldn't need that much in the way of electronics. We've imported a little bit of asphalt, but that should stop, because we should now have the asphalt production going here. Yeah, cannot store, export asphalt. We got the fuel, the stuff there. Just want to check my where are you picking up the asphalt? 40%. I think we're remove you from there and we'll put you on here. How much storage is in here? 90 tons. You're going to pick up asphalt and we'll set that to 20%. That's about 18 tons. Maybe we'll go to 25 actually. So set you to 25%. And think it's we need the water supply. So how many jobs are you working on now? Nothing. You're just working on the Empire House. Right, I think. Okay. Let's build this in first. There's no point building this unless we've got this. Then we've got this where we can import the cement from. That's not particularly that important at the moment. Right, we're on the 5th of May and we'll get that built there. And of course what that will do is this, it's only got 76% fertility. The game's got wise to me. Right, now the next thing I want to think about is power. Now on the initial power I want to put in is into here, but I don't want this. Eventually I want to get to the point where this will have its own power station, and then the power generated in this area wants to be contained in this area. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to come down and use this. Where is it? I want to use a high voltage regulator. I think we can just kind of tuck you in here. So we're going to put you about there. Put you there. This would be a one-way road, but won't be that big a problem because oh, we need to put a fire station up here. There's something else we need to think about as well, because we're getting a bit of a distance away. Now the idea is that we're put in, I think we'll stick with 13 megawatts. That will come into there, and then I'm not sure where the power is going to come from. So I think we'll build a kind of electricity griddy thing here. And I've got this four-way highway switch here. So I think we'll just put you about there. Like that. That can, again, it's just shoving the mud road. And then we'll have this kind of go into there like that. So what that will do is allow us to regulate the power coming from this area, so that this area won't draw all the power from here, and of course it's a one-way flow. So, and this will be a relatively self-contained area, if that makes sense. Right. We need to allow people to move into there. Okay, we've now completed the fire research. We've got good fire coverage. I think it's now time to think about radio. We're getting a little bit of a surplus population, and I'll be honest, can't remember where the radio actually is, because we've got to start pushing up the loyalty. And I think radio will be, I mean, we're getting to the 1960s, there would be radio here. So it's actually in technical because it's blue. So we need broadcast introduction, and then we need radio signals. So what we need to come in here, and we need to invest 1,000 hours in that. We've got, I'm very worried about that loyalty. It should be rising, although we've now got here. I think we're just going to let people move into here as and when they feel like it. That house can wait. Actually, what we could do, that's 100 people. Yeah, I think what we'll do is I'm going to suspend that, and we're just going to Move everybody into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember to take all your electronics with you. And then what we're going to do is demolish you. And then we'll get a crew on that. We're probably going to need an excavator again. No excavator available, but that's okay. That's going to be there. Citizens' happiness is too low. Yep, because we just moved them. But they're going to be a lot more happier in here because this has got 94% quality of flats compared to, I think this is 66%. So that should recover fairly quickly. I don't really need that power supply at the moment. I don't think, yeah, we're not drawing anywhere near the amount of power that we need, so we don't need to focus too much on that. So many things to think about. I do wonder. We've only got the one asphalt plant. Why you've got a question mark here? Okay, looks like he's stuck. Yep. Okay. That's because they're actually on this bridge. Okay. Suspend. No, I don't want to demolish. I want to cancel. Yeah. We're going to have to build the bridge from that end going into there. We'll keep it two-way from the beginning. Okay. I think what I would like... I think it's time... How much money have we got? 197,000. I'm kind of thinking... I'm trying to think of where I can go next. Now, the cement factory needs wood. We got the road coming out here, and we got a kind of area here. Let me just think. Say, for example, we put a wood cutting post out here. I don't want it in there because it's just too restricted. Say, for argument's sake, we put a wood cutting post out here, and then we produce some coal, but we'd have to get a road over to here. So let me just think. I think if we put a road out, say something going like in that direction, and I'd like maybe this road can connect through. Could we get a bridge over 4 tracks? This could be interesting. That's not going to help us. We should be able to get bridge over 4 tracks. We come back here. 1, 2, 3. Across like that. Down. You actually were. I think this one would benefit by being asphalt. Bring you back to there. We'll go straight into asphalt there. So what we can do is push out there. We've got a road connection through to there, which can come to there. We can then build out here some kind of, let's just trim that back. I don't want that built at the moment. Build more lumber out here. I think we're getting close to the coal facility out here as well, aren't we? Oh, I'm very tempted actually. Opinions, guys. Do we go with wood or do we just go straight out for a we go straight out for a very low level coal industry here, which will provide us the coal for two things. One, it will provide us the coal for the cement plant, and also it could provide the coal for the heating plant over here. It's a little bit long range though, so we'd have to think a little bit about our workforce. In fact, is there anything a little bit closer? Let me just see. That's 7%. That's no. 13%, 14%. So this, I don't think there's anything better. Let me just click here. No, I think that's about the biggest. Oh no, it's a little bit more out this way. 30%, but it's going to be a long way out. I think that might be just pushing it a little bit too far. I think maybe we could start with, so this is an idea, open to opinions. We could start with, say, a 14% mine here, with a view to bringing in a 30% mine, because what we would have to do is build out another small village out here, which will then supply that industry. Yeah, I think that might work, but any opinions, feel free to check it in the comments. And then that will give us access to the coal, which means we could use, which then opens up the potential for coal-fired power station and also coal-fired heating for this area. Okay, I'm half happy about that. But as I say, feel free to chuck it in the comments what you think, whether that's right or wrong or indifferent. I think I would like to put a fire station in, and I would like it to be fully staffed, and I wanted to cover this whole area. So my instinct is, and again, we're in the 1960s now, and there's no reason why we can't have a modern fire station. Just kind of, how far away can we get this while it's still functional? It's about that limit there, isn't it? It's going to tell me. Oh no, we've got. I think if we put a fire station there, put the fire station there, and then maybe we can get the shopping mall is there. Actually, a bit of a change. These are Ampere corner blocks, aren't they? So if I come into here, house corner. Oh yeah, that would fit, wouldn't it? So if we put you about there, and then maybe another one just there. Leave enough space for a footpath between. We've got a school there. The only thing I didn't put in is sport. And I'm going to be modern, I think. We're going to come in here. And I think what we will do is we'll put a modern indoor pool here. It looks slightly out of context, but I think it will work. So we've got a pool there. We're going to need a cinema. So we need culture in here. We've got some culture over here because we've got an opera house, but we may need to expand that. So we got an indoor pool there. We could probably cover more in this area. Got a little bit of scope here for some other stuff that's going to make people feel a bit happier. And of course, another thing that this town's going to have to provide support for is going to be waste disposal, because we're going to have to start getting serious about that as well. How are we doing? Just want to make sure that we've got everything in here. Mechanical components, electronics. Probably do a little bit of fuel as well. I think we will add you to the fuel delivery regime. Yeah, 30%. Yeah, that actually work. Yeah, I think 30% would be okay. These guys are doing a sterling job, but right, they're pushing out that way. These guys, happiness is too low. What's up with you? I think they've got an issue with sports. It's not showing there. Where's my sports complex? Can't remember where I put it now. Got there. It's right on the limit, and probably you find that they can't. I think what we will do is put. Got this space here. Actually, got a little bit of footpath there that I've built. We're gonna have to trim out that little bit of footpath there. You guys, just get rid of that footpath for me. I think probably we're getting to a point now where this isn't enough. So just have a look here. I'm just going to pause and go through. Got education, we got electronics, has a radio. It could be to do with alcohol, because can you actually get to the pub? Well, you can get to the pub, but I'm a bit confused over what's causing this. Health is good, food is good, everything is good. Crime is something we're going to need to keep an eye on. I think my inclination is this is the cultural building, this is the keynote. I think maybe we can push that up to 10 now, because the city is growing. My instinct is to put in some sport in here. The sport's always a pain in the neck, especially in the winter. You could get, we could just tuck in a sports ground there, but that will, I think that will work. Just tuck in a little bit of a sports ground in here. Actually, is another thing that might be a problem. No, water's good. Sewage is pollution is good. Yeah, I think we'll just put you in there, and then we'll get that built. Yeah, there we got. I mean, we got 6% unemployment, so a few jobs around here won't go adrift. I think you can get to the bus station as well. I think what we might be able to do is see what our workforce is like. We could probably push that up a little bit. How's the food supply here? 732. We could possibly just push you up a smidge as well to give you something to do. I think we're getting plenty in from a crop perspective. Like we're are you in range of garbage collection as well? Yeah, you're in range of that. Maybe our garbage collection isn't as good as it should be. No, we've got garbage trucks are here as well. So, I mean, we're not kind of... I think what I am going to do is we've got a little bit of cash. I'm going to put that on. Let's see, speed. That's 85. I think we're going to get a couple of those because I want the vehicle maintenance repair to kind of kick in automatically. I don't want it to sneak up on me. I've just realized I'm going over time on this video. I think this is one of the problems, is that you get really wrapped up in things, and before you know it, things are, the time's passed. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we're just going to carry on trying to build out, expand our economy, work a little bit more on our town here. I think we do need to plant some farms out here as well, and the industry. But obviously it's going to take quite a lot to actually build this through. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.